This is Comic Burrito.
A live stream.
This week in comics, I'm Todd.
I'm Cole.
And I'm Nick. Oh, and I'm too low.
And this is This Week in Comics.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
This week in comics. Woo! This week in comics. Yeah. So, it's New Comic Book Day. What? And some things came out, and they're comic book related.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
What's up, Flash Ray?
Oh, that was quick.
Oh, we're just jumping right into it.
We're just going. We're just Stargazer deep.
Going for it. No foreplay or anything. Cole's
No,
just.
I'm not.
I'm ready.
I'm not ready for this. Okay. Good thing I'm last.
So Stargazer 2, it comes
Stargazer
from
2.
Dave, writer Anthony Cleveland, artist Antonio Fuso, Stefano Simone on colors, and Justin Birch on the letters.
What? Who's that guy?
This book has been pretty good. I really like what's happening. Nick was like, what is that first issue like? And I was like, I think it's kind of like this, but I'm not quite sure where it's going to happen. It definitely explains and opens up. You don't know, I guess.
Should I message them and have, because they had one copy of number 1 and they had a bunch of number 2s. Should I message them and have them set aside?
It's kind of like conspiracy theory-ese if you're into like UFOs and aliens.
Kane Paul, I got this for $3 at Goodwill. Yes.
Cool Batman shirt, bro.
But yeah, I think the best part about this book, the writing is great, but the coloring in this, it's very just like one color. Each panel is just like really purple or really red. And let's see, I can probably just open up a page.
My new favorite art books are like that. It's the Bliss thing.
Yeah, mine too.
Bliss does the same thing, and
Here, this won't really, but you can see this page is all red.
Oh yeah, I
this
see.
page
Yeah,
is all blue. So as it kind of goes between stuff,
I do like that.
Definitely get that, and it's really, it's pretty kind of minimalist, but it's also really sets the tone for how it's actually happening in the art.
Is it a limited series or is it an ongoing or is it a?
From what I've heard, most Mad Cave books are
it's
4 to 6 books.
Oh.
It's Mad Cave. I don't think they really do ongoing.
So probably 50 plus issue run.
Yeah, this one's gonna somehow turn
50 to 60.
yeah, somewhere in the 50 to 60 range.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Classic Mad Cave.
Maybe I'll think about it. I'm thinking about dropping a few longer running books, and maybe I'll fill in with that, so I feel less sad about it.
You end up having more comics that way.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. As long as my delusion that it helps continues, then it's fine. That's the important thing.
Yeah. All right. Nick's
my first pick of the week is cover-based only, but the interior is also great.
Cover-based only.
This cover is, I've been waiting for this one for several weeks. You have the Darkest Night in foil, holding a Watchman button, but it's a sad face instead of a happy face, and it's all shiny.
I really assumed you were going to get that Wally West cover.
I was really, really close, but I feel like if I buy that, then I want the whole set, and I'm not sold on death metal enough to buy a more expensive variant set at this point. At this point, I'm a maybe will buy the hardcover, but I didn't buy the hardcover for the original Metal series either. I just like having them all.
Well, you might once they'll do something special where they'll look awesome next to each other, and
or maybe they'll have a
collected edition,
like a ultimate metal or something like that, and maybe I'll be into something like that. Absolute metal. I do like it a lot. So it's and I this issue is good. It's kind of that tipping point issue where we're close to halfway, so it just kind of has that bleak outlook of, what are what's Justice League gonna do? They're fucked.
That's never how
it's like they're fucked, and there's no possible way out of this at all. They're totally
Little
fucked.
did you know?
They never do that.
And then all of a sudden,
that's a brand new idea.
Yeah.
So,
that was good.
Yeah, no, I enjoy death metal. I definitely have been, as always, I've enjoyed a couple of the tie-ins more.
Yeah,
but it's also
like speed metal.
It's easy. Yes, easily speed metal. Speed metal is easily the best one that's come out so far. But I really enjoy what it is. Just different, and I get it's still like metal, but it's not like that's a wide breadth of things. It's not a huge series, so I enjoy how different it is. I like seeing these elseworldy type versions of the heroes. That's fun. And I liked this issue. It's not blown out of the water by any means, but it was good. It was solid.
Yeah. I think on my personal list before we chopped things down, I think it was like 6th or 7th maybe, but it's still good. I liked it.
Speaking of something that's not in the ordinary, my first pick of the week comes from Oni Press, and it is The Vein #1. Yeah.
Hi, Sam.
What's up? It is written by Elliot Rahal, illustrated by Emily Pearson, colored by Fred C. Strassing, and also colored by Macy Kahn, and lettered by Crank, which I just have to pick a Crank lettered book
is that like the movie
so that I can say Crank.
Jason Statham?
Yeah, it's actually the movie Jason Statham. Subtitles are just put onto this. Yeah.
God,
Someone have a car going through their basement?
I mean,
nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there might be running water above me.
I was like, there's... Hey, much quieter.
I'll just have to unmute when I talk. Until maybe the dishwasher is done? I'm not sure what that is. One of my kids might be taking a bath.
Okay. So it is not spoilery. It is a supernatural-esque Bonnie and Clyde feel comic book.
I mean, I think that the logo makes me assume that it's a vampire book.
It's interesting. It takes place 1940s, 1941, right before Pearl Harbor. It is really, I love the art style. It's very, I don't know. It's not, I don't want to say simple, but it's very almost elegant. It's very pretty for, it's like Art Deco-y, I guess, but that's kind of it's not quite Art Deco-y. It's really hard, but they do also the color thing where like there is a predominant color throughout like the pages. There's really just a lot of purple and red in this book, which I can appreciate. And then it has like green moments and things like that. It's really interesting. It's pretty cool. I like the endings got me. I'm definitely reading Vein #2 now. I wasn't so sure about it. I was like, I'm enjoying this, but I'm not really sure what's hooking me to the next one. And then like really the last panel is like, oh shit. Yeah, let's go. You're muted.
There's been a lot of books that have been like that lately. I feel like there's been a lot of books lately that I've read most of issue 1 and been like, yeah, and then you hit that last page and it's like, okay, all right.
Yeah, it is kind of like Barcelona. If Barcelona was like a colorist, I'm even going with colors, not even just like the motif of the art. If Barcelona was an artist, this is what they would do for 1940s US. So yeah, I really like it. Oni Press, it's nice. They dropped the Rogue Planet ended, and now going into the Vein. I'm just consistently having an Oni Press book to read, apparently. So I am very much into it.
Yeah, see, cool. You can just get Rick and Morty.
Here we go.
my second book.
Cole's second book.
Once and Future number 12.
What? You like this series?
Not as much as I do.
Interesting.
Oh, let's have that fight.
The writer is Kieran Gillen, artist Dan Mora, colors by Tamara, I want to say Bondvillain, even though I think it's Bunville. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's Bunvillain. And then letter Ed Dukeshire, which is a dope last name.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure this is the last issue of this arc, and I really
much
enjoyed
like
the second arc a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the first arc was great. I think the second arc, I mean, it's really crazy to me that this book started as a 6-issue book, and that's it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then they liked the idea of like the reveal at the end of 6, and they went with it and made more. I mean, they had kind of a very similar reveal at the end of this issue when you read those extra 3 pages or so.
Mhm.
I don't know who that is personally because I don't know things, but I think it's going to be fun. I mean, I don't know a lot about like a lot of this stuff. Like, I mean, you know, King Arthur and Merlin and all that, but I think just not knowing it makes this fun. Sorry. Is this a little bit better? Anyway, yeah, I think it's been a lot of fun and I enjoy it. And I think Dan Mora is one of my favorite artists, I think. Going. So
By far my favorite art and colors and stuff right now. And I might even Ascender's still going, but
I was like, the
eye candy, it's very different. The eye candy of the colors and the brightness and the contrast of Once and Future is, I mean, it helps that the story is also phenomenal, but artwork alone, if the story was totally terrible, probably maybe even just the coloring out. The mustache is muffling his voice.
it always does.
It is interesting. It is very like, it's almost like Once and Future is like classic peak comic book style.
Yeah.
And then Ascender, Descender is just like, no, fuck this. This is just going to be art. Like, this is just what you find outside in the world.
They're
Both amazing
they're very
and
different
incredible,
things.
But they're different. Yeah,
very different things.
Oh my god, it's so
I agree though, Cole. I'm not super well like educated in like Beowulf and like European folklore type. Like every time somebody shows up, I'm like, who I don't know who that is. But even not having that background knowledge, I'm sure if you are really well versed in Beowulf and all that lore and stuff, you're probably, I'm assuming, going crazy because you probably maybe have an idea of where they're going next with different things. So that would be cool.
They even bring up like the sections within the book where it's like, well, did you not know what happens next? Where they're actually going straight from these stories.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, I don't. So which I kind of like because I feel like I'm along for the ride at that point. But my second pick is one that I was not planning on even getting today. And I looked at the wall of books and walked away from it, not really thinking second of it. And then I bought my books, and then Cole was at the store, and I saw him picking stuff up, and I saw him looking at it, and I was like, okay, what, maybe put me down for one more. But it is from the Miranda Brothers, Aftershock Comics, We Live #1. A very pleasant surprise. I got it because honestly, the cover looked cool. And they kind of talked about it a little bit. And I've kind of been like, I kind of want to stick with horror stuff, but it might be a little bit of coming of age, which I always like. But it has this cool cover that all folds out all crazy.
Did you listen to the music while you read it?
I did. They have a QR code on the first page. That Texas Blood, take note.
It's a cool song.
As soon as I opened it up, I was like, QR code, and I hit it, and it's a music video. And it was a very cool song, and I kind of had to turn it down because it has foreign language. But There are words, and anytime there are words, like if people are talking or if there's a song playing, when I try to read, my brain tries to listen to the words, and I get up. Yeah, I can't do it. So I did have to turn it way down, but it was cool. But oh man, I'm in on this book for sure. That was a great first issue. It's a really cool read. I haven't heard anything about it whatsoever. So if somebody's been talking about this book, I'm sorry I missed it.
Except for when I told you it was a tale of violence and beauty.
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
That's the tagline that sells.
Yeah, I was like, oh, sure. I mean, just looking
at
the cover, I was like,
did you read Join the Future?
No.
Okay, I would recommend it.
I know I've had lots of people recommend that, and that's a trade pull for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those where I'm like, I wonder if these worlds, are they doing some world building, some universe they're building type thing? Might be
yeah.
And then Jimmy's bastard just shows up.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like, what the hell?
And baby teeth.
Yes. Oh
baby
God.
Teeth. I mean, I don't know.
Awesome. Well, that is a solid pick. I very much enjoyed that book. It was awesome. The art and the story are very interesting, and some of the character designs in it are.
Oh yeah, the world building and stuff
good.
in this.
Look at that dude right there. Like, how fucking rad is that? That's like a dude straight out of Borderlands, essentially.
Yeah.
Like that's a Borderlands character, and it's dope.
Yeah, well, I hope all the covers are like this because that's just
that's really rad. I might have to pick up the physical.
How would you send this into CDC or to get it
No, you're just getting that front. You're gonna lose the special. Get 3 of them graded.
Right, and folded differently. Send it in folded differently.
Yeah. Well, you'd see at least the front and the back.
Yeah, you get 2.
Which is cool.
But you would need
those crazy guys
be in a panorama.
It's like apocalyptic, future, crazy.
It's definitely post-apocalyptic.
Yeah. It's nuts. I love it.
We're post-crisis in that world. Yeah, it's so rad. It's everything about it really. I don't like the art and the writing, the pacing was cool. They hooked me really easily. Like it was not I need the end of this book to be like a hook thing. It's the whole thing is just like, yup.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So there you go.
So good. Okay, so for a shock of the century. Except he doesn't make it on my list all the time because it is a little.
Usually Nick picks it,
or I'm just like it's too easy of a choice for me. But this issue of the Green Lantern Season 2, Issue 8, was very much worthy of a top pick for me. It is different. It is what's his name? Maury, Jim. Oh, it's Grant Morrison is the writer. That guy.
You might know him from Doom Patrol if you watched us debate whether or not Doom Patrol is better than the Suicide Squad. And
apparently he's really good. Yeah, if you enjoy weird comics, you might want to pick up the Green Lantern and Doom Patrol. It'd be a good place to be. Grant Morrison is the writer. Liam Sharp is art. Steve Olaf is the colors, and Steve Wands is the letters. The Steve Machines.
Crazy art.
This art, you would think
crazy art.
You would be like, this has to be a different artist. Like if you were just reading them and you didn't know the artist and everything, you'd be like, oh, they brought in a different artist for this issue. Nope. It is.
It is.
It's just not. I'm going to zoom in because it's not really spoiling anything. But that is a very small piece of a panel. There we go. I was told about this. Like, why don't you make your screen big? So there it is.
Look at
your
that.
screen's big. Holy,
absolutely crazy, man.
And the way the story is laid out in this issue is super weird, and I loved it. It's confusing. It took me a second to realize what was happening, and I'm like, oh.
I still don't know that I do, but
things are just twisted around.
Literally,
in this book, very, very literally.
Literally.
This whole run is just so cool. I'm so excited to get some type of bound collection of 1 and 2 of seasons 1 and 2, and hopefully Black Stars. I really want them to do something just really interesting because this is such a unique, special run of the Green Lantern. I want this, and I want some Far Sector awesomeness. I love how unique and how separated it is from DC. This has nothing to do with anything else going on.
No, there's no death metal or
So
Joker War or anything in this.
Thank God. How fucking weird would that be?
No, it would be my personal number 3. It's like the book that I know the least about what is going on and also care the least that I don't.
Yeah.
Like I get done and I'm like, I don't really know what that happened there, but I know that I'm really excited to reread this like a couple times.
Yeah.
I'll buy the collected hardcovers and the things because it's one that I can tell it's just fun to read and it's fun to look at, and even though it's confusing, you have to, like, you get past the centerfold of the issue and it's like, whatever, let's just let's just keep going and see if this makes any sense.
And they had a very bold story choice in this issue that I was I didn't see coming at all.
No.
Which was really interesting. Talk about adding a layer to things that I was just like, what? And
because I messaged you about it and I'm like,
am I reading this? And then I'm like, yeah, that's got to be what's like. That's really interesting.
Yeah, there was,
and I already read through it again right after.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the first time that came up, I was like, am I just reading too far into, like, that can't be. I have to be taking this way the wrong way. And then like it happened again, and then it happened again, and it was like, no, I think
they at one point they make it very obvious.
Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, no, that's not just phrasing. That's
no,
yeah.
So that was real dope.
And that's 8. So we have just a couple more issues, right? 4 more.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Have they said anything about a season 3, or is it?
No, and we already had heard about season 2 by the time.
Yeah.
This time in season 1. We knew season 2 was happening, so I'm thinking this is it, which is okay. Like, it's real.
Part of me likes that, knowing that it's there's something really good about something issues. That's gonna be just a contained thing.
Plus Black Stars. How many was Black
Stars? Black Stars was 3.
Yeah,
so that's where I'm
27 issues of just this special thing. I'm all in for it.
And I'm pretty sure his Animal Man run was about 26 issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is one of my, it's in my that doesn't leave my comic book storage. That's one of my favorite runs of all time too. Yeah. So he's just killing it for me.
That's one I would pick up. That's with
Doom Patrol
and Meyer Swamp Thing, right? That was with the Meyer Swamp Thing.
No.
It was Lemire's. You're talking about Lemire's Animal Man with Snyder's Swamp Thing.
Okay. Yeah, well, then I haven't read that.
Grant Morrison's Animal Man is like in the 80s.
Yeah.
And Animal Man does like peyote and goes on like spiritual trips. He
it's rad. It's real good.
Like Grant Morrison writes himself into the comic book. It's super great.
But Lemire's Animal Man is also one of my favorites, and it's also right behind my Grant Morrison Animal Man because it's also one of my favorite runs. It's so fucking good. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's Chaos. Yep. I was really close to dropping it.
Yeah, you were. Oh my god.
I was issue 3 of season 2 was going to be my last issue. I even told them when I picked it up, I said, I think I'm gonna drop this, but I'm gonna read number 3 and see. And that's to this date one of my favorite issues of the year. Maybe even more than that. So it took a lot to hook, and I think what helped is when I got 3, I reread through season 1 and through Black Stars, and I'm already ready to do that again. I think there's just so much going on that it's just you kind of need that refresher.
Yeah, and that's why for me, I just wait until I can have them all and just read them all.
It's fair.
It's good. I mean, but like Grant Morrison is just one of those authors for me where I like just sit and read all of it.
Yeah.
And I get up and I'm like, huh, interesting.
Yeah. Oh,
bam.
Boom,
Bad
boom.
Mother number 3. This is AWA Upshots, written by Krista Faust, art by Mike Diodato Jr., colors by your boy Lee Luffridge, letters by Desi Senti.
Poor Sal.
Yeah, no Sal.
Can't get them all.
can't get them all, except a vast majority of them.
I really, really like this book. I love the cover of the like wine o'clock. It's the first 2 issues were really good.
Yeah,
And
they
this
were.
one just is really starting to ramp up. There's like some pretty epic stuff going on. There might be like a scene in the book that's very similar to this cover.
Mm.
And I don't know. I'm loving it. I think it's really fun. It's kind of, it takes that crime aspect that I really like in books, and it adds it to something a little bit different. I mean, you even see some cool things from some other characters within the book, like the daughter does some pretty cool stuff in here that's pretty fun to see. And I mean, I don't know. I think that this becoming one of my favorite titles in the AWA Upshot library.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm very excited to buy that trade.
I mean,
they keep writing their problem for me is too much good stuff. I can't.
right.
And it got to a point where I panicked and went, I can't buy any of it, and I'll just buy all the trades. Like,
and I went the exact opposite and just said, put it all on my
just
pull
put it all. Yeah,
every one of them.
yeah.
Hello, welcome.
What's up,
I'll
Crudo?
probably
Manny?
you watch in less than 6 months. I'll be like, hey, does anybody have Bad Mother floppies they want to sell? I can only
Classic.
find it for $40 on eBay.
Classic Nick.
Yeah, like damn it.
You fund half of the secondary market for comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because I won't pick it up at the start.
$3.99. That's ridiculous. I'll wait until it's $44.99.
Yeah, I like to pay $20 a book. That's what I like to do. So
Yeah.
God.
You got to keep specking.
Right. All right. And then there was one. I'm loving this book, you guys.
What? I don't believe you.
I am loving this book. So every time there's a new issue out, I know it's only 3, but every time I read another issue, I like it more. It's just it's going in the exact direction I hoped and want it to go. So it's only on 3. It's easy to jump on. It's probably my favorite Tom Taylor. At issue 3, I'm trying to think. I haven't read tons of his stuff really, so I haven't read his. What's he doing now that everybody likes? Suicide Squad.
Yep.
I think. Yeah, I haven't read that, so I've only done like Deceased is really good, but this is just. It's like when when a writer I really like goes to boom. It's just that book that just kind of grabs me a little bit. So, 7 Secrets. I love every part of it.
I haven't read it yet, but I'm assuming I will also love it.
You really liked 2, right?
2 got me. 2, I was like, 1 was like, that's good enough. I'm fine. I'll keep reading. And then 2 was like, let's go.
Yeah, this one's really cool and expands on the main character a little bit more, and
the main character that 2 set up.
Yeah, that or didn't in a way.
Okay.
Yeah. Casper. Get some Casper action and stuff in there, and it's just cool to see where it's going with it, and I really like some of the concepts and stuff that it's touching on and talking about.
Awesome.
For all that. So yeah, it's
I'm
great book.
excited.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it doesn't mean I'm up. It also just means it's ending and I'm sad, but okay. So, my last pick of the week. I'm actually a little sad. I want this to be an ongoing title. They did such a good job with the run, but it is Images Skybound's Stealth number 6. Man, I love this book.
I'm so excited that it's over so I can buy the trade.
Fuck you, could sell another arc and you could get the trade.
But then do I jump on floppies or do I let it keep going?
Yeah. I loved it. It's from Mike Costa is the writer, Nate Bellegarde is the artist, Tamara Bonvillain is the colorist, Sal Cipriano is the letterer.
Oh, I didn't know he's lettered that. That's sweet.
And It is wonderful. Yeah, fucking sell everywhere, man.
And you got a
It kind
Bond
of
villain.
how they every time I want to say Bond villain, I really want to put the D in there. That's what she said. He said.
Yucky.
Anyways,
Whoa, hey, this is a family show.
Issue 6 kind of picks up where issue 1 left off and how it told the narrative. And I think that's just really cool. It's a really nice bookend. I love how it wrapped things up. It answered any question that I had. It really doesn't open itself up. It might open itself up to the world expanding, but in terms of like a book called Stealth, I believe it's going to be 6 and be done. Like maybe it can do well enough with trades and they'll do something more with it, but I think they would do something more with the world, not Stealth in particular. But it was excellent and I liked it a lot.
I mean, I loved it too. I mean, this final issue was one of those where I had in my list and I was like, well, Todd got me into it. I'll let him have the final issue.
Dibsies.
And yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying and I like what it is, but I don't know if I would enjoy any other issues after how this ends.
No, now that they've done this, they've kind of ruined it. Like, I want more of this. And it's like, you made such a complete story. How could you?
Yeah. And I think that's what's great about it, though, right?
No, it is. Yes. It's going to be a great hardcover pickup if that's a possibility. Like, I will get this in some type of collected edition easy. And I'll probably get a floppy if there's also a hardcover, and then I'll throw it at someone's face. And
they even had Comerica Park in this issue, which was kind of cool. Like you see the like actual like tiger like rah, and you're like, oh hey, remember when people could go to sporting events?
Yeah, that was neat times.
There's some people at some football games in some cities sometimes.
There are some. I don't have any of those connections to be able to do that.
Like a few. Well, not in Michigan. You would never be able to.
I mean, like actual fans are going to like Cleveland.
The fist is in it too.
I mean, they probably won't be for long, but
the Detroit Fist. That's true. But yeah, I'm very happy, sad about this issue. If you aren't picking it up, the trade's got to be. What is this supposed to be? November, December? No, it's probably next year. I don't know how prepared they are for it, but probably in a few months. Pick this trade up. It's a really easy pickup. I'm very jealous that people are going to be able to read this story all at once and one just because it's really
I will probably have it. I have an in-stock order that I got to go because I got to get number 2 and number 3 of this in November. Book 3 is supposed to come out. So when book 3 comes out, I'll be ordering 1, 2, and then I'll throw some filler stuff in. And that's on my short list for sure to pad the order to get that free shipping.
Yeah, it's definitely very much recommend. It's probably fun. It might be my mini of the year. It's up there. It's definitely maybe my favorite number 1 of the year too, because that number 1 got me.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, and it's just such a like. This whole time you're thinking it's something that it's not, and that's what makes it so great.
Yep. Yeah. Man, this issue was so good. I can't believe they tied up so much. Oh.
Did anybody read Warhammer 40K?
No, he put in the Discord that it's Gillen, and I didn't know, so I will be reading it now. I had no idea that was a thing.
Did we miss any other books? Is there
I don't think there wasn't any other good. There wasn't anything good really.
Commanders in Crisis came out from Image. That was a number 1. It's a crisis. Orlando. It's a crisis event that's happening, but it's with brand new heroes. Rorschach came out. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Oh, okay. I thought it was fine. I'm probably gonna drop it.
I'll definitely keep reading it. I really thought it was.
I haven't gotten to that yet.
That was really good too.
I picked
really
a Tom King book
it
this week. Strange Adventure would have been it for me. I really liked Rorschach, but I mean, we've hit 6. Tom King would need 4 issues to make it enjoyable. Yeah, mine is in there too. I don't know why he decided to put it in our Strange Adventures. They had it in an actual just sleeve and then I thought he was going to give it to me, and then he took it away.
Picked up that was supposed to be. Both of these were supposed to be earlier and never came. But I'm probably gonna drop that other one. But yeah, no, I don't think there's any other books at all that I've talked about or talked to any other people about that came out today. So I think that's it. I think if you bought those 9, that would be
9 plus. There's a couple, yeah. I mean,
Maybe
Rorschach, Rorschach, Strange Adventures. I don't think that I don't know. Yeah, there's probably nothing else.
What just happened?
I don't know.
You guys cooled off Strange Adventures. I definitely cooled off on Strange Adventures a little bit.
Oh no, I'm still loving it. I think 6 might be.
Me too. 6.
I mean, it was great.
Favorites.
I mean, it was between that.
But
and Stargazer,
nobody's picked it since maybe 1 and 2. I don't think anybody's picked it in their top 3s other than issue 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, see ya. Oh hey.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah!
Oh shit!
Man, I had an itchy mouse figure. That must have been out from the fucking Villainous #1 came out because it's October 14th. What
I forgot that book came out today. I don't think anyone told me that.
No, I wish they really need to do more work in our Discord specifically about when this is coming out.
And if
So
you
that
didn't
we're
already
aware.
check out Mad Cave's YouTube, you can watch Stoney read, like, I think it's the first half of the book. He mentioned this. It's pretty good. I know in the live chat, I asked, hey, did that book come out? And Anthony Cleveland from Stargazers said, yes. Like, hey, did that book come out? Trying to be the guy that I am. No one thought it was
So
funny.
that's friend of the show, Stoney Williams. Jeff Sadinsky is the artist. Colorist is Joanna Lafuente, and the letter is Justin Birch. Justin Birch, newcomer to the scene.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Chaos said something in the actual stream while he was live reading it that I don't want to agree that I agree upon, but he said that this definitely has like The Boy vibes, but for a more like different audience.
As a what? What was
The Boy
vibes?
vibes.
Oh, The Boy vibes. The Boys?
Yeah, The Boys.
The Boy vibes.
The boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Chaos is really into boy vibes.
Boy vibes. Oh, and thank you, Flash Ray. Flash Ray is also picking it up for us because, you know,
Villainous is great.
it's really good. You should go watch our interview. We have a drive-through burrito from 2-3 Saturdays ago with Stoney, where we found out Stoney's one of the best dudes ever, and also he can write a good comic book. So if you somehow are on here and you haven't heard about Villainous, you should check out Villainous. It's real good.
If you ever want to ask him a question, you can join our Discord. Maybe he'll be there. Maybe
we need to up our quality. I don't know in what aspect you mean.
I think he wants us to talk about Marvel books.
He's going on about Marvel books. Like he's trying to talk about.
I agree on any front. He could
having
use
having three X-Men books at one time is a good thing in any way whatsoever. It's obnoxious. I'm sorry.
I pull X-Men and it's ruined for me because it's just like I'm reading it and I'm just like I'm missing a lot. This isn't super fun. I used to be able to pull X-Men and
it's
read
a bummer, man. If you can't put it all in one book, man, I don't get it. But I guess if it's all I read, if I was like super big on X-Men and I didn't read anything else, I would probably be really excited. But that just sounds like a chore to me.
If you want to hear
Chaos. That sounds terrible.
My Marvel from this week that I would choose is Immortal Hulk 38.
I have not read it yet, but I have it.
That was good. There's a Marvel book I read and I enjoyed. It was Immortal Hulk.
Immortal Hulk is very good.
It's very good.
I've read it. I've read the first
Hickman Forever. I agree. I'm a fucking huge Hickman fan.
Sure.
And I love Decorum is one of my favorite books going right now. And I do love X-Men. Hilarious. Yeah, I didn't say that.
It's all death metal though. Those aren't separate ongoing books. It's like a one shot. That's different. I'd say that's different. Was there 3 books that came out like today, or is it all on separate weeks?
I saw there was a lot of
or I guess I don't know enough about it really, but
X of Power swords.
X sword, 10 of Swords.
Thank you, buddy.
Tarot cards.
I liked House of X Powers of 10. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. But no, there was a lot. And then, ASM 50 came out, and I did not read that yet. Was it good? Cool. I'm
Apparently
excited.
there was a new character or something.
I'll read that soon, so I'll talk about it on Saturday probably if it was good, because I haven't really had reason to talk about Amazing Spider-Man in a while, which has sucked because that's one of my... I've been pulling that for as long as I've pulled Green Lantern, so I like it.
Yeah.
So that's nice. And Chaos is saying to ASM. Cool. I got my hopes up that it was... I'll find out.
Whoever's writing it, I know Poser does not like that author.
Spencer. Yeah.
So
Spencer's. It was on sale in Comixology last week. The run.
I mean, I'm cooling on DC myself, anyways. So if we want to go there, we can go there too. It's not just Marvel. I'm cooling on big two in general.
How many DC books we have? None from Cole,
two.
One from you, and one from me. And mine's Green Lantern. Green Lantern, that does not count basically as me choosing it. That's just unfair. I chose Green Lantern. Wow, shocker.
It might as well be Black Label at this point. I mean, really, it might as well be Black Label. And I only had Death Metal because I actually had Green Lantern, and we try not to have crossover unless we can't agree.
You also had Once and Future.
I did.
That was a me-only book.
That was the...
Yeah. Which is fine.
So, and also Green Lantern
this week I was definitely cooler on it than I was the past couple, even though it was the end of the arc and it was really good. It wasn't... it didn't jump out to me quite as much as it did the past few weeks. That's why I didn't fight Cole too hard on it.
Yeah.
Or too hard being at all. You were like, fight. And I was like, he can have it.
Yeah.
I just said I get it because Nick had it for the last 4 months.
Yeah.
It's fair. So yeah, no, I understand the whole Marvel versus DC thing, but I think it's becoming less and less relevant because the quality is not... That used to be just where you got the highest end books and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's doable from everybody now, this quality.
I just feel like now I'm buying books of advertisements for books that I'm buying. Like it's mostly annoying to me. I hate advertisements for things that I'm already buying. You know, like I bought Rorschach and I get an advertisement for Strange Adventures and I'm like, I'm already who isn't buying Strange Adventures at this point that isn't going
you're
to.
buying it if you're going to buy it.
Is there somebody that seriously picked up Rorschach #1 today and went, Strange Adventures #6? What's that?
And
they went to their store and they picked them all up and they started reading it? Like, come on,
I heard
DC.
this book is terrific.
The ads they should just make them... I don't know why... If you're already going to put ads in it, it's going to be disruptive. Why not drop all the comic books down $1 and put real ads in there from other companies and sell that space?
They have that. DC's doing that now too. They had 2 different ads for one was for like a horror streaming.
It was a James Tynion magazine.
No, but there was something else. Hold on, I'll find it. I'm not going to, but
I'm just saying, like, do that. But then
there was that.
Oh yeah, I know what you. It had like a person with a sheet over their body or something stupid.
Yeah, it was.
You're only one behind, Flash Ray. You're all
first. The Snickers ad pisses me off enough.
The worst was when they're the same character as the book you're reading, and you think it's some weird flashback.
Razor Blades is the Tynion magazine, which you name your price for 80 pages of contemporary horror stories. I might check that out. That could be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, name your price, so I'll give them a couple bucks and check it out. And if it's good, then maybe some more. Yeah. Dread TV free.
Then don't do ads in the middle of the comic. If it's for your own shit, put it at the end. If you're gonna have ads in the middle, it's got to be for that. It's got to be for shit that's not yours. It needs to be for a reason.
It's just, especially when there's a couple pages in between. If you're
just putting an ad in your own thing, you're just adding shit to your own shit. Like, Image has a lot of ads for their own stuff,
but it's at
the back.
At the end.
I mean, even AWA has stuff for their books.
AWA does do it, but it's still just it's like that.
They never do the spread.
Yeah, and I don't know. It seems
Too
like
smart.
they plan it out, like where they're trying to, like they plan it out to the point where you're anticipating during the turn of page, and you're like, oh, it's an ad, and you gotta go.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It feels like it's more well thought out. Where with the DC books, they're just like randomly just throwing them in and ruining centerfolds, and it's just
Doing it to the centerfold seems atrocious. I can't.
Yeah, Strange Adventure is a Hill House
to the point
centerfold.
where, like I said, if I wait and trade wait, I get the book for less money, and there's no ads in it
Or digital.
or digital. But I'll just wait for the. Well, yeah, I mean that's what I'm basically going to is I'm dropping all my DC books, and I'm going to be 6 months late reading on DCU because
And there you go.
I will pay way less for it, and I won't have to deal with ads.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Our names are up now. That's interesting. You decided to make sure we were not
In
confused.
case we forget.
I do forget who I am. I was like, I'm Cole.
Spawn
Todd.
1. I've been told not to pay more than $20 for Spawn 1.
I don't know if it's even worth that much, is it?
No, but I see it
That's
go
not
for
the
more than that.
That's not
I see
even.
it go
That's
for
not
that
the
more.
most expensive one. I mean, that's
People definitely ask more than that, but I think $10, $15 for Spawn number 1 is.
Oh, I thought you could get it for like $5.
You probably can, but that's probably what you'll pay on eBay or something.
Cool.
Yes.
I
So
want to throw this in a toilet.
let's wrap it up.
Oh, that's what we say. Sorry.
Let's drop this burrito deuce.
Drop it. Drop it.
Hey, I showed up today, guys. Hope you
Yeah,
missed
thanks,
me.
buddy. So thanks for
Cole,
getting
what was
wrapped
it?
up
What was
with
it like
us,
talking
everybody.
about your This Week in Comics for the first time in like a month?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, it was good. I wish I could have read more comic books, but
Came back with a mild vengeance.
yeah. I mean, Chaos gave
thanks,
me
everybody.
he
Night,
picked
Sam.
me. So, no bearded here. So,
Picked you for what?
I don't know. He said that I was the closest to a list he would like.
Oh, okay.
I impressed the real people.
I like my list the most.
Hey, I like my list the most.
Flash Ray, if you're at number 5, you're only one issue behind, and that was today. So
Yeah, we said that
Yeah.
like a
Oh, you
few
did?
minutes ago.
Yeah, you're a little
That's-
behind. You're a little
It's
behind.
lagging.
there
But
you
yeah. All right. Well, thanks for getting wrapped up with us, everybody. Comment your favorite pick of the week and let us know what you think. Tell us whose list is the best in the comments.
What is your favorite DC Comics ad?
Or create your own list.
All right. Any of those things. So I'm Todd.
I'm Cole.
I'm Nick.
And this
Bye.
was This
This
Week
week in
in
comics.
And cut.
Yeah.
This
bye.
Week in Comics.